Today is our how-to. Okay, so first we're taking our baking soda. All right, you can do this a couple different ways. Baking soda, and we're gonna do hydrogen peroxide as well. But we're gonna start off with just baking soda, kind of get it into where it's got to go. Let it sit. We're gonna let it sit for a bit as well. We'll reconvene. So the idea is the baking soda is kind of picking up everything. So for the surface level stuff, I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna vacuum it up. Okay. Then I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Then I'm gonna take some hydrogen peroxide with a spray bottle, and I'm gonna spray this. Then I'm gonna vacuum that up after. So right now, we're just letting this sit, and we'll vacuum this up, and you'll see right away. You'll see a noticeable difference just from this. But this isn't the final solution. This is just what we're doing right now. Spreading it around at all the stains. Yeah. So let this sit now for a little bit. Rub it in good. Kind of pull. We want the baking soda to pull out the stain. Okay. We'll check back after. Peroxide's filled to about here, give or take. And then I'll add the water, about half. Just a smidge of water. Just a smidge. I said half, that's more like 3/4. I'll give it a good shake. Give it a good shake, get the juices going. And then the fun part, let's make sure everything is covered, extra coverage. And go like that. And we are just going to load this up. I'm not getting the paste that I really want though. We'll have to spread some around a little bit more. I'm not really getting the results I'm wanting with the spray bottle, so I'm just gonna layer it on, essentially making the paste. And if I lost some baking soda in certain of the worst areas, I'll add a little bit more to the parts that stand out. So it's like the baking soda is like, say after you finish taping a wall, baking soda works like a primer. Sorry, the peroxide works like a primer and showing you the worst spots of the stain. You can already see right now that the stain is being sucked out into the baking soda with the peroxide. Like, so there's a million ways to kind of do this. So you could do a scrubbing or a vacuum, a wet vac. I'm going to do a bit of everything. Again, so the baking soda and the peroxide are picking the stain up from the carpet. God, really, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay. All right. I'm getting lightheaded just from the fumes. Okay. Looks like shit right now, but that's kind of what we're going for. Okay, let's see. We've let it sit for some time. And we can see that the stains have been picked up from it, right? Now, a lot of different things say a lot of different stuff about, you know, how to do this. They say, you know, rub it with a cloth, whatever. All that stuff. I don't think rubbing it with a cloth is good because I think you're just rubbing the stain in deeper. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a vacuum. I'm going to try, first I'm going to try this attachment, being it has the best suction. It gets in deep. And then if I'm not seeing success, I'll try this, as that might be better. Here goes nothing. Anytime you want to start working with these. That looks good. Looks promising. We'll see. Yeah, so we'll check in and we'll see how she looks. That was a stain area there. So we'll touch base after the final, see what she looks like. So we've sucked out the majority of that big stain. All the little parts of it are gone. So now we're going to try to apply a secondary treatment to the super bad area over there. And we'll go from there. So you see how that just picks it up? It's crazy. You can see the red just immediately comes to the top. So now we've just added a little bit of dish soap also. And the peroxide is on the bottom. I'm going to try to let this sit a bit because I do not have any more baking soda. I am using the remnants of what I have left. But it is sucking it right to the top, which is nice. Got that paste that we're after. Just trying to scoop up all this usable baking soda. I need every little bit I can get. Yeah, we'll stay tuned for the results. Okay, more or less the moment of truth. We got it to there. See, like, clearly that's a good sign. Obviously, because the stain was in the couch and now it's all red, which means that it is sucking up all the red stains, right? So, am I confident that this is going to pick up everything? No. No, this will need probably another kind of small little, like, whatever. I got to add another round, for lack of a better word. But we shall see what we can accomplish. All right. Again, We're gonna pray. We shall pray. Layering that on thick. All right, here we go. Watch this. Stain. Right? Goodbye. Goodbye. Stain. Goodbye. I'll probably have to do another treatment, but when I'll get more baking soda, but yeah, just... Okay, so I ran out of baking soda, so now I've just done Dawn dish soap and sprayed it with a layer of dish soap and peroxide. Okay, so that last bit of dish soap and peroxide has now been applied, and I already kind of vacuumed it up once, but I'm just kind of repetitively going over it deeply, so you get that line, so you're like, you know, you're deeply getting in there, right? And we'll see what the final result looks like.